Okay, I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rakh Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth with faith and sincerity. Once again, this is a fellow servant, Yahweh Sop, Salakia. This is a fellow servant, Yahweh Sop. Once again, bringing a lesson. I was doing the lessons on UFO, well, what the so-called white man calls UFOs, which, you know, the true believers, the hopeful elect, the man of Israel, we know to be the chariots of the Most High. Um, so, without further ado, I'm going to jump right into it. I'm reading out of the book called The Greatest Deception by a man named Patrick Cook. Um, like I said, and I'm just going to start off, like I said, I'm going to jump right into it. The subtitle is The Immortals. It says, Yahweh Shai, a man and a God. Okay. Now, and that's deep. I'm gonna just say that because, for the maybe last couple camps, and then I've been hearing and seeing. Well, I've been watching videos with, Akim in different camps, and they were using the term immortals. So, that's a fitting title to this this chapter. It says, the power that gave Moses the commandments also turned water into wine. See, that's where that dude goes off. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, you can read in Scripture Psalms 110. There's multiple scriptures that talks about, this guy refers to the Most High and, his son Yahweh Shai as the same being. When, like I said, there's multiple scriptures that tell you, it's two, you know, different separate entities. You know, that's why, like I said in Psalms 110, it says, "My Lord said to the Lord said to my Lord, sit thou at my right hand until I make your enemies your footstool," roughly paraphrasing. So, he's going off, with that. But like I said, nonetheless, this is still a decent book to read because, like I said, it's a lot of scriptures that correlate with what the apostles have taught us as far as scriptures talking about the chariots. Continuing, the power that gave Moses the commandments also turned water into wine. Yahweh made a fig tree wither, but this was nothing compared to feeding the nations of Israel for 40 years from the sky. And like I said, that's two separate entities. You know what I mean? Like the Lord of Hosts, Yahweh became the and I just spoke it up. He said he became Yahweh and then returned to his natural form as Elohim. But he said we know, the angels as the Elohim, which means powers. Allah is power. It is as Yahweh. See, and it's misprints in here that he will return the same. Yeah, that's misprinted. It said that he will return in the same vehicle he led Israel out of Egypt. See, and that's what's confirmation. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's still good meat in here because, like I said, a lot of people, like the first time I actually understood that cloud was a chariot. It was that the cloud was a chariot was through the men of Great Millstone. You know, so you know I forget the actual date this book came out, but like I said, I always and no churches that I never enjoyed church. I went to church as a young man, but I never enjoyed it. I guess I was in the right spirit because what I mean. It just I didn't like it, and come to find out that not teaching correctly, either, and I ain't gonna say all of them just teaching foolishly. You know, some people actually know the truth and choosing not to give it up. You know, but so he's saying that he's going to return in the same vehicle he led Israel out of Egypt in, and landed in at the Chebar River in front of Ezekiel. The nature of Yahweh as well, he possessed the power to heal and perform any number of miracles. Yahweh was resurrected from the dead because he was a spiritual being in human form. The vehicle that took Elijah into the sky was probably the same one that took Yahweh into the sky. Now, I wouldn't say it's the same one, but it was a chariot. So it was a beam of light from the vehicle that Yahweh was commanding that blinded Paul, and it was in this vehicle that he disclosed the revelation to John. Yahushua was the power of Israel. The dual nature of Yahushua is clearly stated several times, but none more clearly than by the Apostle John. John 1 and 1. In the beginning was the Word. And we know that to be meaning in the beginning because Yahushua was the first creation that the Most High, Yahweh, created. And then with the help of the Elohim, you know, Yahushua created the worlds, the planets, the universe, all the elements, So, and the Word was with Yahweh, and the Word was Yahweh. The same was in the beginning with Yahweh. Verse 3, all things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. And you can read that, in the book of Colossians, I believe it's the first chapter, it says the same thing, everything was made by Yahweh. Verse 4, in him was life, and life was the light of men. Verse 5, and the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness Salakia, and the darkness comprehended it not. Verse 6, there was a man sent from Yahweh, whose name was John. The same came for a witness to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe. Verse 8, he was not that light, but was sent to the world. Salakia, he was not that light, but was sent to bear witness of that light. Verse 9, that was the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh into the world. Verse 10, he was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. Verse 11, he came unto his own, and his own received him not. Verse 12, but as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God, or sons of Yahweh. And you see what he said, meaning that it's going to be a remnant, it's a group of elect, because everybody's not going to believe this, because, this isn't for everybody. So how does God love everybody? You clearly just heard that everybody wasn't even going to receive it. So how does God want everybody? Or the Most High want everybody? He came unto his own, and his own received him not. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of Yahweh, even to them that believe on his name. Verse 13, which were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of Yahweh. Verse 14, and the Word was made flesh, and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. Verse 15, John bare witness of him, and cried, saying, this was he of whom I spake. He that cometh after me is preferred before me, for he was before me. Verse 16, and of his fullness have all we received, and grace for grace. For the law was given by Moses, but grace and truth came by Yahushua Mashiach. Verse 18, no man hath seen Yahweh at any time. The only begotten Son, which is in the bosom of the Father, he hath declared him. John and Mark speak of dual nature of Yahushua in these verses. John 3, verse 31, he that cometh from above is above all. He that is of the earth is earthly, and speaketh of the earth. He that cometh from heaven is above all. Now, I've never had that scripture broken down, but, everything is spiritual before anything else. So John 6 and 38, for I came down from heaven not to do my own will. It just came out of nowhere. that's Lucifer. Well, no, that's not Lucifer, that's Satan. Lucifer just means light bearer. That's Satan. He's trying to be an adversary to the word. Because that wasn't just there. John 6 and John 6 and verse 38. For I came down from heaven not to do my own will, but the will of him that sent me. John 8 and 23. And he said unto him, ye are from beneath, I am from above. Ye are of this world, I am not of this world. John 10 and 30. I and my Father are one. Then the Jews took up stones again to touch him, to stone him. 32. Yahushua answered them, many good works have I showed you from my Father. For which of those works do ye stone me? The Jews answered him, saying, for a good work we stone thee not, but for blasphemy, and because thou being a man, makest thyself Yahweh. Yahweh Shai answered them, is it not written in your law, I said, ye are gods? Verse 35, if ye called them gods, unto whom the word of Yahweh came, and the scripture cannot be broken, say ye of him whom the Father hath sanctified and sent into the world, thou blasphemest, because I said I am the Son of Yahweh? Verse 37, if I do not the works of my Father, believe me not. Verse 38, but if I do, though ye believe not me, believe the works, that ye may know and believe that the Father is in me, and I in him. Mark 11 and 17, and he taught, saying unto them, is it not written, my house shall be called of all nations the house of prayer, but ye have made it a den of thieves? I'm going to stop there.